Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now I'm going to show you how to do marbling. I'm going to show you how to do marbling on old plates and, well, not plates, these are bowls. I was going to throw these out, and what I've got is some old nail polish, and I'm going to do some marbling on it. I want to do this section of this bowl. It does come up very pretty. Look at that, isn't that really pretty? Now, what I'm going to do is this one is dry. I've waited until this one's dry, and then I'm going to do this section. Now, you need tepid water, like hand warm water. If it's too hot, when you drop the nail polish into the water, it'll sink to the bottom. What you want is like a little scum to come across. Yeah, a little. You need a little scum to be across the top, and you dip your bowl or your cups in. Now, what I've found with this is, if you use glass, it doesn't work very well. It works better with like your stoneware bowls and mugs. It works better with that. I've tried it with a wine glass, and it just peeled off. It peeled off of that. What I've got, I'm going to use this red. That's what I've got on this bowl already. I'm just going to pop a little bit of this into the very slightly warm water. Just pour it in, and can you see how it just sort of does that separating there? That's what's going to make the beautiful patterns on your plates and mugs. I'm going to use this one as well. You can mix it, but some nail polishes sink to the bottom of the water, so it's a little bit of trial and error. The ones that I've been using that's worked has been Maybelline and a very cheap red. See if I can drop that one into there and make that mix a little bit. Now what I'm going to do is I want it over this end. So I'm just going to dip the bowl in just like this. Just dip it in. Make sure you use a container that you're not too worried about that it's going to get messy. Now the bowl will lift up the polish. You can swirl it around a little bit. And no pattern is the same. It all comes off different. Look at that. That's really pretty. Now I'm going to pop that aside there. Any that you get on the bottom like this, I don't want it on the bottom. I'll use some acetone, or I'll use a little bit of nail polish remover, and that'll take it off the bottom of the bowl. I don't want my plant sitting in it and then on my unit with the polish underneath the bowl. So I'm going to put a little bit, few more drops in there. So I've got my little twirly stick, and I'm just going to twirl that around. Just take that clear scummy bit off. So this is the area that we want on the bowl. I'll put a tiny little bit of Sally Hansen in. Now it's a great way to use up old nail polish. If you've got old nail polish, then this is a great way to use it. I'm just going to take that little bit off of there. Now I've watched some of the YouTube tutorials, and some of the things have came out perfect, and it's a little bit of trial and error. Now Please believe me when I say that. It is. It's trial and error with this. So I'm going to dip my bowl in. Excuse my hands, I'll turn it a little bit. I'm going to just dip the bowl in. Look at that. That is really, really pretty. Once I've cleaned up the bottom, it's going to be really, really nice. Now, I'm leaving that one like that. I'll turn it upside down and leave it to dry. Now, I'll just take, I'm keeping this water. I'll take that little scummy amount off around there. Now, you don't get very many of the YouTubers will tell you that you get that sort of scum. That's what you're looking for, actually, is that scummy stuff. Now, I'll try this one. See if this one's quite thin. This is a number 7. This is a Boots number 7. Ooh, look at that one. Now I'm going to use this bowl. This is a different bowl. It's the same, well, it's the same make of bowl. Now look at that. I'm going to dip that in. I'm going to see if I can get that to go around the side of that bowl without it just being a big splodge. Just dip it in and lift it out. You can always leave it to dry and then do it again if you're not happy with it. But don't do this if you don't have any nail polish remover to get it off your hands. Look at that, that's really pretty. I'm going to move that out the way. You do get some lovely effect on it, and you can build it. You don't just need to leave it. I wasn't very good with that bit. But if I put another piece here, I could always put a little bit black there and make that look like a poppy. So I'll set that down on my kitchen roll. I'll move this one. I'll set that on my kitchen roll. Make sure that you use things that are old, that you're not going to worry too much about. Let's try a different shade. This is a Revlon. I found if you hold it closer to the top of the water, you get a better dispersal of it. If you've got like a lot of solid colour, you end up with it looking like this. So I've got a little hand grip there, and I'm going to dip this side in this way, in and out, and this side again, in and out. Some of them work and some of them don't. I don't confess on YouTube that everything works perfectly. Some of it with art and craft, it's trial and error. I've got a little handhold there. Now look at that, that is really pretty. You can get some really, really pretty effects on this. I will clean up the bottom. I'll clean up the bottom with some nail polish remover. I don't want that on my unit once I've put my plants in. Now all you need to do now is just set it aside and let it dry. But make sure that you're using things that you're not worried about if they get dirty. I'm going to use a different colour on this area. It doesn't matter about the water that's sitting on that bowl. I'm just going to tip some of this in. My partner Alistair is going to be going, oh my goodness, what are you doing with your nail polish? Let's get that little drip off. That's a pretty nice gold. We'll just give this a little poke around and see if we can get it. I'll take that bit off. So don't be afraid to take the scum off from the previous one and get that one to spread itself out. Now I'm going to over dip this area here. It's very too much red on that. So I'm just going to dip that in and let it pick it up. Now that's toned that down a lot, hasn't it? I'll move that to the side again. So it seems to work much better if your water is not warm. If it's just very tepid, it works better. That's really pretty, that. Now I'm going to overdo that one. I'm going to leave that one. I'm not going to do any more to that one. So I'm going to set that aside to dry. See if this one will work. This is Milan. I've never heard of that one. But it's really pretty. We need to make sure that it separates properly. I don't want big thick areas on my bowl. Now we'll just move some of this bright colour out and away. Like that. Catch my bowl. I'm going to dip this side in. This side's quite plainish. Just into the water and out again. That bit off. And look at that, you can play around with it until you're content with what you've got. Now, I've seen some of them on YouTube and they look absolutely how do you say spectacular? There we go, spectacular. But I can't seem to get mine to go half as good as what theirs was. I'm going to do this gold. Get my little pokey stick and I'm going to poke that around. We'll take that part off. Oh, where did it go? Oh, it sank away down to the bottom. That must be a really old one. Some of the polishes I've got are they're quite old. So we'll try this one. See how this little cheap one works. Oops. Now we get this one again. I want to cover some of that really rich purple. Give it a little dab and a turn. It's going to break that up a little bit. Now I think I've done enough with this one. Now look at that. It's really pretty. I do admit I like this side better. But for an old bowl that was just going to get thrown in the bin, that's going to be really pretty. Once I've cleaned the bottom up, I've got two little bowls that are really pretty now that I can put my plants in. Now, just make sure that you use tools that you're not going to worry about getting nail polish on them, especially like your old. This is my old jug, so I don't mind that. Now, I'm going to leave that aside to dry. I'm going to clean up the bottom with some nail polish remover. I'll clean the bottom up a little bit, so none of that is going to risk. Some of that's dry already. Look at that. That's really nice. But make sure you've got your window open so you've got plenty of ventilation when you do this. Make sure the water is not hot. It seems to have been working with it just very, very tepid water, just slightly warm water. And you'll have to experiment with the nail polishes you have. Make sure you use things that you don't mind if you're going to throw them away. So I'm going to wait till this dries, clean the bottom up, and I'll come back and show you what they look like. Now here are my bowls all finished. Look at these. They are really, really pretty. I've got some nail polish on my arm. A little bit of nail polish remover, I'll get rid of that. Now look at that. That is really, really pretty, isn't it? And for a bowl that I was just going to throw in the bin that wasn't being used, I've really vamped that up really nice for my plant. I will post a couple of pictures of the plants in them. I really like the way this has turned out as well on this one. I'm not so sure about this side, but you can sort of move them around. I used a jug. If you used a square plastic dish, then you may get entirely different patterns. It's up to you. It will not work on glass. Well, it will, but it comes off very, very easily if you put this on glass. It works so much better on cups and bowls. It works so much better on that. But even on a cup, it'll eventually wash off. I don't know how it'll work if you fill your cup with hot coffee or not, whether it'll still stay on. I don't know. But to put my plants in, I think this is a really, really nice way to use some old nail polish. It's quite quick, it's really easy to do as well. And instead of throwing the nail polish and the bowls out, I've made myself a couple of really, really pretty bowls to put my plants in, and it's really nice. Really, I can't keep saying it, I really do like that. Now, it will scrape off if you sit and scrape at it, but it's a really nice psychedelic way to revamp an old bowl just to pop a plant pot in or some potpourri or something like that. So thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Just click on that subscribe button and help my channel grow bigger. Help me get up the ladder a little bit on YouTube. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'll put up here how to join my Facebook group, which is called Crafty Twins Art and Crafts. So please come and join me on Facebook. And once again, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to bring those a little closer. So give this a little try. It's really simple. A great way to use up some old nail polish and some old dishes. Please subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Click on that bell icon as well and you'll be notified when I put on a new tutorial. Give the video the thumbs up if you like it and leave a comment. I always read all the comments that I get. So until the next time, happy crafting and I'll see you all again soon. Goodbye.